This video is 5 easy tips for having a more mindful pregnancy. I'm not pregnant at the moment, but I have 2 little boys. One is 18 months old and the other one is 7 weeks old today. It goes so quickly, as everyone says. And as much as there are a lot of challenging or uncomfortable aspects to pregnancy and the whole postpartum world, there are also so many beautiful experiences that you want to cherish. So just being mindful and being present in the whole experience, the good, the bad, and everything else, is a really powerful practice. So tip number 1 that helped me out tremendously was joining a prenatal yoga class. So yoga by definition is union, and it's supposed to be the union of the mind, the body, and the spirit. So a good class, a good instructor will help you to do this. Just unify your whole being. It's hard, but that's why it's a practice. And the neat thing with prenatal yoga is they obviously focus also on your little baby, your beautiful little fetus, and just connecting with this new life form that's growing inside of you. For me, because I paid for 6-8 weeks at a time, it was a way that every week, I'd dedicate a few hours to this practice, to myself, to my little baby. So sign up for prenatal yoga if possible. If not, you can always go on YouTube, go on the internet, but there's nothing like showing up in person. Number 2. Every day, take 10 minutes and just set some sanctuary time aside. So make a sanctuary for yourself. And this is way harder than it sounds for most of us, I think, that are living active lives, busy lives. I know what worked for me when I was doing the office job thing. 10 minutes on my lunch break, I'd go into my car, flip the seat back, put on relaxing music, put a timer on my phone, and just zen out for 10 minutes. Just have a peaceful, reflective, zen sanctuary time, if you will. Call it whatever you like. Right now, 10 minutes in the bathtub is glorious. With 2 little ones under 18 months, good luck finding 10 minutes sometimes. But it's really important to carve that time out for yourself. Number 3, I'm really into affirmations. Here's one for you. I don't know if you can read it. My baby is flourishing and radiant. So the whole point of affirmations is to invite something into your life that you'd like to be a reality, or something that you want to simply affirm for yourself. I know throughout my pregnancies I had a lot of anxiety about labor and birth. I'm all about the colored sticky notes, so I wrote on a nice bright green sticky note, trust, and I stuck it on my mirror, just trying to remember, trust the process of birth, trust the wisdom in my body, trust the wisdom in my baby. Again, this one is from my last pregnancy. I was having a little bit of trepidation. Oh, is the baby okay? What's going on? My baby is flourishing and radiant. My baby is healthy. For me, it works to put it on my bathroom mirror so that first thing in the morning and last thing at night, I'm reflecting on my affirmations. Oh, the other thing, actually, I don't only use Post-it notes. I have this little bracelet I wear. I bought it in my first pregnancy, and there was a little affirmation or mantra that I wanted to go along with this bracelet, and it was, parenting is a privilege. So saying it throughout my pregnancy, being a mom is a privilege, being a parent is a privilege, and just remembering that when I was feeling morning sickness or when I was so dying of terrible acid reflux at the end of my pregnancy, just trying to focus on the positive and affirm that to myself again, or to oneself again. Number 4, I'm looking down because I wrote some notes. With my current baby brain, memory retention is minimal. Number 4, journal. How cute is my journal? It's this little retro Ranches and Rainbow journal. So again, it can be challenging to find the time, but it's so important whenever you're feeling maybe overwhelmed in your pregnancy or feeling like there's a lot of emotion happening, to just flush your emotions out by writing it out. Or if you're not shy of the camera, make a video. No one else has to see it except for you. But just taking the time to put your emotions on paper or get them out, talk it out, can really be beneficial, and it can be a nice experience for reflection. I had videos I took first trimester, second trimester. I also took one while I was in active labor, and it's been so interesting to also look back at how far I've come. Over the last 18 months, over the last couple years. It's a really powerful experience to just reflect. All right, number 5. Okay, easiest one. You can do it 100 times a day. Breathe. Just breathe, baby. My yoga instructor gave me an interesting little tidbit of wisdom, and it went something like this. She asked me, how long can you go without eating? A few weeks. How long can you go without drinking liquids? A few days. How long can you go without breathing? A few minutes, and then I will probably die. So the whole point of her wisdom story was that breath and breathing is so important for our nourishment, for our well-being. And just stopping and consciously taking deep belly breaths to where that little baby is so beneficial, especially as your lungs are getting squished and you can't breathe half as well anymore. Just stop and focus on filling your body with fresh oxygen. Now, I like to take it one step further, and what I often do, or did in my pregnancy, was envision that I was breathing in whatever I needed. Usually it was peace. Usually I was riled up between work or dealing with a toddler or just life, and I felt, okay, I need an infusion of peace right now. So what does that look like? What does that feel like? Just to visualize it. And for me, peace is this beautiful, almost a yellow fairy dust, and I would just envision myself being surrounded by this peaceful fairy dust, and then my baby was surrounded by it, and we would feel peace. Other times I was totally depleted and exhausted and needed energy. So again, in your mind's eye, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And just breathe in that energy or whatever essence you need. And imagine it also benefiting and surrounding your beautiful little baby. So again, a nice, easy daily practice you can do 100 times a day. Maybe not, maybe like 3 or 4 times a day. Anyways, my little 7-week-old baby just started crying, so I think that is a cue for me to sign off. So hopefully you can use these tips. Hopefully they benefit you, and I wish you all the best in your pregnancy.